Josh Kraft, you are here at Channel 5 and we appreciate it. You have an announcement to make.
Look, when I got into the mayor's race, it was a continuation of what I've done for 35 years. Listening to people across the city of Boston, and not just listening to them, but learning from them, understanding their needs, their hopes, their challenges. I started to think about the next 8 weeks of this campaign. 8 weeks of a lot of mudslinging, political talk, but no talk about what really matters. The issues that impact every single Bostonian across the city of Boston. And the country's at a place now, we see it every day, where the vitriol and the political arguing and fighting, it's not leading to anything but anger and negativity.
So your decision?
My decision is to suspend my candidacy for mayor as of today.
Tuesday's numbers were tough.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the reason why?
It goes back to what I was saying at the beginning. Is I got into this to make an impact, as I've done my whole life. Build a sense of community to make change for the greater good. And when I kept looking at the next 8 weeks and the negativity and all that it was going to be about, I realized, wow, I could do more and I could make a better impact for the residents of the city of Boston.
And how would you do that?
So, as we all know, there's a lot of issues that many Bostonians struggle with housing, schools. But the issue that comes up the most and can never seem to be fixed is the human tragedy of Mass and Cass. And I am going to work with, I've spoken to leaders over there at the Gavin Foundation, at the Phoenix, who do recovery work, substance use disorder work, support people. And I've talked to them today, and we are going to work together to take the first steps to really find an end to the humanitarian crisis that is Mass and Cass.
So are you taking the money that you would have used for this campaign and you're going to invest it?
So what I'll be doing is the money that I would have needed to get through these next 8 weeks of mudslinging is take that money and some more money and work with the Gavin Foundation and the Phoenix to take those first steps to find a real solution to the human tragedy and public safety crisis of Mass and Cass, as well as to re-energize a similar program, Operation Exit, which helps people coming home from incarceration not just find jobs, but find careers. And I look forward to working with the organizations and the people, as I've done my whole life, create a sense of community and work together to make change for the greater good.
So that's what's next for Josh Kraft. I did ask him if he was going to throw his support behind Boston Mayor Michelle Wu when he told me, and I quote, "The city has significant challenges before it today and in the days ahead. I sincerely wish Mayor Wu success as she undertakes the important task of addressing them for the betterment of all Bostonians."
So right now, let's bring in our political reporter, Sharman Sacchetti, to break it down.
All right, Sharman, we're hearing from the Wu campaign.
We are hearing from them tonight. The mayor reacting to this blockbuster announcement. Here's what she's saying. "I respect Josh's decision and thank him for caring about our city deeply enough to want to make it better. We are going to continue over the next 2 months and beyond to keep engaging our community members about the critical work in front of us and how we keep making Boston a safe, welcoming home for everyone." So it sounds like the mayor really isn't taking her foot off the pedal, so to speak, even though this effectively means she'll have a second term.
Right. There's no one between her and a second term. So you just heard Josh Kraft use the word mudslinging.
And negativity, he used that word as well.
This was ugly and this was expensive. So this is now what?
Well, during her speech, you know, I was at Mayor Wu's victory speech on Tuesday night during the preliminary, and here's what she said. She talked about the millions that have been poured into this race, how Boston wouldn't be, quote, bought or bullied. And we know Kraft poured more than $5 million of his own money into the campaign. And there were super PACs on both sides, and that money, you do have to ask, What exactly did it get him? He was actually, according to these numbers that we saw on Tuesday night, losing support. Plus, his campaign just had a big shakeup when he parted ways with his top campaign advisors only, just before the preliminary election.
He lost by virtually 50 points.
Yeah.
Virtually 50 points.
Yeah,
Sharma,
it was just a bombshell, announcement back then. And yeah, it turns out the polling played out.
Sharma, thank you.
Thank you, Sherman. We appreciate that. Josh Kraft broke this news first on 5 in an exclusive interview only with us. We will have more coverage tomorrow morning, of course, on the Eye Opener, Sunday morning on OTR, and of course on our WCVB app.
Right.